This is Feel Better with Lauren, and I'm Lauren. Today's video is on acceptance. With all this stuff that's going on in the world that I'm trying to go over and over and finding out how to deal with it for myself, and maybe that helps you. I think that you need to start from a place of acceptance of where you are. Acceptance to me, though, doesn't mean that you're okay with everything, because I'm not okay with everything, that everything is going on outside, and I'm not okay exactly with where I am right now. However, I have to be open and honest and say, this is where I am. This is what the reality is right now. If I want to start a journey, I need to know where I've started. And so that, to me, is the acceptance that I'm looking for. So thanks for joining me today. We're going to push ourselves. We're also going to accept where we are, and we are going to feel better. Welcome to today's video on acceptance. Now, in my opinion, in order to get to that place of acceptance, I think you need to get in touch with yourself physically and mentally and emotionally. And that's why yoga in general is brilliant for it. This idea of yoga meaning unison, of bringing everything together and becoming aware of everything. So we keep on going back to our breath as always, but I really want you to start be thinking about what your body actually feels like, taking note of where your brain is at. So we're gonna sit, I'm gonna raise my hips a little bit on this fancy cushion. I'll actually go to the back of the mat. And I'm just gonna sit cross-legged. I like starting from a cross-legged position. I just find that it's a good sort of grounding place to be. And as you sit in what's this called easy pose here, this sukhasana, as I'm learning all these words, I just sort of feel very balanced. I want to see what I'd call my sit bones and how they're connecting to the ground, how my feet are connecting to the ground, how my spine feels as I sit and move around. And again, I'm trying to just connect a little bit more about how I'm feeling and what's moving back. And part of that is listening to my body as what's resisting me, even just in this sort of vague moving around. Put your right arm behind you and twist a little bit. See what's sort of pushing back against you. Put your left arm to the side and your right arm stretched right over. What's resisting you there? And your right arm down beside you and your left arm over. What's resisting you there? And I can feel a lot of stuff. The more discombobulated I am in my brain, which I am a little bit these days, I find that the more imbalanced I am with my body even. I feel that one side reacts more. I think I'm sort of standing off to the side a little bit more, and I'm trying to sort of focus, even just as I'm walking, to try to focus and balance myself. Just move your torso around, roll out your shoulders, roll out your neck. And we just start slowing down our breath a little bit. Okay. As I'm doing that, I'm sort of inventorying everything that's going on in my body. So the way that my neck's sort of clickety and clacking as I go there, the way that my lower back is sort of holding me back a little bit. Let's, in this easy pose here for 2 seconds, let's just get rid of all that stale air that you have in your lungs right now. We'll clear it all out, and we do that by breathing in through our nose and just filling up every single cavity of your body. And then blowing it all out through your mouth. And inhale again. exhale through your mouth. And inhale again. And exhale through your mouth. And let's go back to breathing easy. So about 3 to 5 seconds in and 3 to 5 seconds out. We're just going to breathe in and out through our nose. We're going to use this ujjayi breath, which is the restrained throat breathing. It's like fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. So it's sort of like a very focused and even breathing, even out and even in, and we'll move through anything that we're doing. I'm going to now just lie on my back. And I'm going to take a block just to keep handy there in case I need. I'll sort of have myself open. This is essentially Shavasana, except that we're not coming down. Shavasana being corpse's pose, tuck your shoulder blades underneath. And Shavasana to me is like this pose called Tadasana, which is mountain pose. And one's sort of lying down and one's up, and one is sort of looking forward at the beginning of a journey, looking out over the mountains, over the start of this journey. And I think you can sort of do that as well, lying as well in this active state, the palms of your hands facing up, and just sort of picturing that in front of you lies this vast open area. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And just come to a place of calm for a few moments. Now, bring your knees to your chest and give them a good squeeze in. And squeezing in just to stretch yourself a little bit, but also squeezing in to sort of line up everything. Line up your spine, really feel that balance that's going on. And from there, put your knees together and have your knees fall over to the left side, like you're lying on your side, and then let your shoulders fall open and your right arm fall open, and just have a really easy stretch here. Just this easy supine twist. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. You're not pushing anything here. You're just trying to wake up your spine a little bit. And inhale in, pull your knees back to your chest. Give them a nice squeeze in again. And put your knees together, put them to the right, and let your left shoulder fall open. And again, this is a gentle twist. It doesn't matter how deep you can go into it right now. This is just the beginning of things. This is just waking up your body a little bit. This is just getting in touch to see how one side feels different than the other, if it does. And one more inhale in. Let's bring your knees back to your chest and one more squeeze in. And from here, we're going to go to a supine staff pose. Staff pose is when you make a right angle with your legs and your back. So your legs can go straight up into the air. and get everything engaged in your belly and in front. You're not locking up your neck at all, and your shoulders are flat against the floor or mat. Keep your toes activated. Now from here, I want to, if you'd like to, I want to go up into a supported shoulder stand. So I'm going to just roll in a sort of easy motion, roll up where most of my weight is supported on my shoulders, but then I'm also using my elbows to sort of support myself. Nice and straight. If you wanted to, you could keep your feet going over and do a little plow pose. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to keep relaxed into this. This should feel good, and if not, maybe you stay in that staff pose. One more breath in, and slowly come down. Back into the staff if you're not already there. From there, I'm going to roll up, and I'm going to balance as if I'm going towards boat pose. And I want to go into a bound angle pose, which is butterfly pose, but I want to balance myself on my hip. So feet going together, feet off the floor, and then balanced. And keep breathing nicely. If you don't feel like you've got the balance at all, you could stay in a butterfly pose with your feet on the ground. And then next we will, because we're here already, if you're feeling it, we're going to go into a boat pose. I usually go into a boat pose where my shins are parallel to the floor. Maybe you go into a full V. And my arms, the hands up, my shoulders back, nice and straight, my core is engaged, and my feet are engaged, and my hands are engaged. Again, maybe you've gone up straight. I like it better when I'm parallel to the floor. Don't round your shoulders if you can. And if you want to, let's just go down to a low boat pose where you keep your shoulders up, where your hands are forward, and where you're very engaged on the front of your body. And then back up to that boat. Put your feet down and just roll over your legs, your crossed legs. And let's just go back to the back of the mat, onto our toes, and let's stretch the back of our feet. So by doing that, my feet are back, my hips are on my heels, and I'm just going to gently push into that feeling. To me, this is a relatively intense pose. I'm going to inhale, push forward as far as I can until I can really feel it in my wrists, and then make some nice circles, big circles around. A little stretch on my foot every time it goes, following my breath, reverse direction. And then back onto our knees and back onto our feet. Pushing it again. Just shake out your hands for a second. Give some nice oxygen flow to your hands. From here, put your big toes together, your knees apart, your hips onto your heels, and walk your hands forward to this child's pose. and really focus on thinking about getting your head towards the ground, towards your chest towards the ground, and opening up your back. In each inhale, you can feel your back opening up. Maybe you can feel your chest opening up. Hopefully this feels nice and relaxing. And inhale, slowly push yourself up just to an easy one of tabletop. The good place to be going anywhere is where your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and nice and balanced. And again, what we usually do is cat-cow, which we'll do, but in order to go through cat-cow, we're going to do some barrel rolls. So we inhale, drop our belly as far as we can, our butt goes to the air, and then we exhale, roll around to cat, where our shoulder blades are separated. Inhale, roll the other way to cow. And then stop at a cow here, and inhale, rolling the other way to cat. Really tuck your tailbone every time it comes around. All right, and come back to sort of a balance. It's sort of this fluid tabletop that you are right now. Your spine is sort of waking up. It's connecting to your breath. And that's just whilst we're here for just a quick little balance. Let's do a balance on tabletop. So your right arm goes forward, straight out. If you can, put your left arms forward, straight back. And we're just going to hold that there. And keep a good straight line. Keep your head up and proud. Keep breathing in and out slowly through your nose. Keep your core engaged. Almost like you're flying like Superman, isn't it? Now we've held it for a moment. Let's just touch our knees and elbows together. So inhale, and then exhale, touch your knees to your elbow. Inhale, straighten out. Exhale, knees to your elbow. Inhale, straighten out, and exhale, knees to your elbow. And then back to tabletop. And we'll do the other side. Again, keep yourself moving sort of fluidly. There's a little bit, nothing's locking up here. So this time, you can always just do your foot, or just do your arm, or do them both. Your left arm forward and nice and straight. Your right foot back. It's flexed, it's risen, your butt's engaged, your head's engaged but not locked. And you keep on breathing in and out through your nose. Keep thinking of a straight line. And then we'll do our knees to our elbows again. So inhale and exhale, knee to elbow. And then inhale straight. Exhale, knees to elbow. Inhale straight. And exhale, knees to elbow. And inhale straight. And then exhale back to tabletop. And again, it's nice and fluid, moving just a little bit. Another good place to keep going from here is we'll go to puppy pose. So our knees below our hips, and walk our hands and our head forward. Our forehead's going towards the ground, our chest is going towards the ground, and our butt's going to the air to make that nice straight line. And really let that everything expand when you inhale. And one last inhale. And we're going to just move forward whilst we're here into a plank, but a forearm plank. So from puppy pose, our forearms have gone down and our feet just lift up. If you want to stay on your knees, you can do that as well and just support yourself on your knees and your forearms. Really separate your shoulder blades. Your hips about the same height as your shoulder. The front of your body's engaged. And just because we're here, I want you to put your feet together and your right arm goes to the sky. Your arm stays parallel to the sides of your mat, and we just do a quick side plank. And then come back to forearm plank, tidy everything up, get everything engaged again, keep breathing through your nose nice and even, and then onto your left arm to the sky. And feel like there's a string pulling your hip up to the sky as well. And inhale and back to forearm plank. Now just drop your hips down. We'll go to my fave, or one of them, which is the Sphinx pose. Your elbows below your shoulders, your feet underneath you, and you've flexed your butt so that you get it's easy on your back stretch. And if you want a little bit more of a back stretch, you can do a seal version of this. Straighten your arms, keep your shoulders away from your ears, and again, feeling relaxed and good. And one more inhale in, wherever you are. Slowly drop to the ground. Your forehead can go on your hands that are crossed over. Just and shake out your hips just a little bit here. And then we'll do this sort of sleeping frog here, which is bring your legs to the side and let your think of a frog lying on the ground with your knees out, with your pelvis sort of flattening and your toes on the ground. And you're using gravity just to sort of stretch your legs open a little bit. And using your breath again, you're sort of creating that space Maybe your thighs relax a little bit with each inhale, or expand with each inhale, and then you relax into that with each exhale. And your pelvis comes closer and closer to the ground. And one last inhale in. Straighten your legs back. Shake out your hips again. Just sort of feel how that feels on your body. And from here, we're going to go up to a plank that we can either go up through that push-up where we've got our elbows tucked in tight to our body, our hands flat beside us, onto our toes. When we go onto our toes, lift your knees off the ground, lift your quads off the ground, and slowly push up. If you'd prefer, you can go back to that child's pose, and we're going to get to the same place anyways. So from here, slowly pushing up to a normal plank, sort of get your stability there, and then we'll go back to a downward dog. Take a second to sort of get there. You can pedal out your feet a little bit. Just that helps line everything up. And once you're feeling your body aligned a little bit, sort of slow everything down. Have your chest and your head going towards the mat, a nice straight line from your wrists to your elbows, to your shoulders, to your hips. Keep your legs bent in order to keep that straight line. And once you're comfy there and feeling a good spot, you can go up on your toes and try to straighten your legs a little bit. Get to that place where you don't sacrifice the line. And from here, your right leg goes as high as you can into the air for a three-legged dog. Nice and straight. Then up on your left toe, and bring your right knee to your chest. Sort of arch your back over, making some space. So you're making a cave out of that. And then you should be able to step your foot right through between your hands. Obviously, you can see from me, it's not always elegant. And you're into this low lunge here. And from here, take a big step up with your feet together, if you can, into a chair pose. Get a good sit down when you've got that sorted. Put your arms over your head, really lift up to the sky, and see how deep you can go down into that chair. And inhale, do a forward fold, touch your feet. Let your upper body hang nice and loose. Put your hands behind your back and do a seal version of that. Hey, buddy. Slowly let your hands fall. Right leg goes back again. Left leg goes to join it. And we're in plank. Stabilize everything. And then back to downward dog. Once you've got that nice straight line and your legs as straight as they can, your right leg above, as high as you can, straight as you can, for three-legged dog, up onto your right foot, toes, and put your knee to your chest. Push the ground away as much as you can, and then, however you need to, go through a low lunge this way. And then your foot comes up to join again for a forward fold. And then down to a squat. Maybe a little wider. Keep your back as straight as you can. Lean a little forward, and we're just gonna put your butt and your air in the air. Slowly come up to a standing. Your hands come over your head, and then bend back, put your hips out, and your hands back. Keep breathing as you go. And back to a prayer position. And then your hands above your head, straight up. And sink back down to that squat. And roll back onto the ground. We'll do a reverse tabletop. Whilst we are here, coming back to where we started from. Hands and feet facing the same direction. And push up with your hips. Your head can go however you want, either hanging back, up, as long as you're not straining. And really engage your butt, engage your quads. You can move a little bit to feel your shoulders. And inhale and exhale. Keep your hands and your feet where they are. Put your butt closer to your heels and fall back down as low as you can. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, sink in. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, try to reach the other side of the room. Really stretch out a little counter stretch for that. Grab your feet as you go down, and we're going to roll back down to happy baby. And rock side to side. On the floor. Put your knees together to your chest, give them a squeeze. Your feet go flat. With your heels right by your hands. And push up to reverse table, to bridge pose rather. Engage your butt, flex up. Don't lock up your head. And give you a good stretch and a good pelvis engagement here. You might want to grab your hands underneath if that's something you like. Feel your quads engaged, feel your butt engaged, really pushing up. How long can you hold here and stay relaxed? Inhale right up on your toes as high as you can. Your hands over your head. And let's take the slowest possible that we can slowly go down onto our back till it becomes straight, flat against the ground. And once it's down, again, hug your knees to your chest. Give them an extra squeeze, an extra balance. And put your feet to the corners of the mat, of your space, tuck your shoulder blades underneath, and we're back to this Shavasana this time where we started. And from here, just lie here for a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Focus on your breath, let it come back to normal, how you're feeling. Let everything come away and sort of find yourself in that place of acceptance, which is pretty essential. And we'll see you in the next video.
Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.